Hi guys, I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about breakpoints. What I've got here is the debugger running in a little loop on an AW60 board with a function here called increment LED, and what I'm going to do is set a breakpoint there. And I think you understand how to do all this, but I'll do it anyway. So I hit go, I hit a breakpoint, the LED display is at 39, I do it again, and I get to 40. So one of the first things that we can do that is pseudo conditional, and I think I showed you this before, is that you can have it hit the breakpoint X number of times before it actually breaks. So I'm going to do that. In this case I set it to 5. LED display is currently at 40. I hit go. Next thing you know, I hit my breakpoint. I'm at 45. So this did what it was supposed to do. So nothing magic there, but it's certainly a useful thing. Sometimes you want to say, after I hit this 3 times or 5 times, I want to break. So now to go to something a little bit more interesting, which is a real true conditional breakpoint. I think what I want to do is use the photo sensor on the board. The photo sensor is sitting between the reset switch and the potentiometer on the AW60 board. And so I'm going to set a condition in here, and basically what you use is a C syntax. So I'm looking for the photo sensor value to be less than 30, which is dark, or greater than 220, which is really bright. And I think I'll set these back to 1, so I don't have to wait for it to hit it 5 times. So I say OK, update the breakpoint, and hit go. So everything's running. I'm going to cover up the photodiode, which I just did. And at this point we should see the photo sensor value is 4. So we were able to break on that condition. So we break at this point based on the condition of the photo sensor value being lower than some value. But if you recall, I also had that OR in there. So now I'm going to shine a light on the photo sensor, and now my photo sensor value is 247. So basically what you can see there is that you can execute a conditional breakpoint. And one of the other cool things that you can do is to actually execute a command based on hitting a breakpoint. So I'll do the same thing, only in this case I'm going to dump some data values when that occurs. So I say go, cover up my photodiode, I hit my breakpoint, and when I did, the first thing that the debugger did was it said, hey, I hit my breakpoint, and then it dumped out the data that I wanted. So now this data can be logged into a file, and actually you can do a lot more than just this. So the thing that's really interesting then, if you want to play with this, is to actually do what we'd call a command file. So in this case I've got one already set up. And so what I'm going to do is when I hit the breakpoint, I'm going to run that command file. So I say go, cover up my breakpoint, and it happened. So in this case what I did was I have this command file here, and first thing I did is I said log everything into this glog.txt. Here I dump out the data values. Here I do an fprintf to another text file. I file print the value of the LED display at the time that the breakpoint took place. And then based on the LED display I changed the background color, which is kind of silly, but is something you could use, I guess, if you went out to lunch and wanted to come back and see what had happened while you were gone. You say, oh look, the screen's blue, I hit my breakpoint and the LED display was less than 100. So that gives you kind of an idea. Now all the syntax for this is defined. It's in that PDF directory that we talked about before, and it's in this document right here, the debugger HCO08. It describes all this stuff.